Bali, thank you so much for joining us. What's the latest from there?
I take my mask off.
Good morning, Simpiwe. Yes, indeed, we are in Cosmo City. We heard and we found out just last night that community members have been manning 3 shopping centers or malls in Cosmo. This is one of them, and we understand that all 3 of these malls have not been affected by the mass looting. This is thanks to all community members coming together and ensuring that they protect their infrastructure. We know that we've seen community members around the country, in certain parts of the country, really just standing up and taking a stand to protect their infrastructure. It seems as though it's business as usual. As you can see from behind me, there are cars coming in, people are coming in to do their shopping. I'm just going to ask the camera person to pan just to show you the situation where we are. We were also very surprised. We thought maybe shops would be closed. We've seen some shopping malls being closed for the sake of protecting them, and people manning the entrance and ensuring that people don't go in and basically doing stop and searches at the entrance. We were able to get in here quite normally, but as soon as we got in here, we were met by community members who wanted to talk to us about what exactly we were doing here and so on. So these are some of the efforts being done by or put in place by community members to ensure that they protect jobs and they protect the infrastructure and so on. So these people are working as per normal, but I'm not alone. I'm joined by one of the community members who's just going to give us a sense of what has happened over the last couple of days. Talk to us, sir, about the reasons you decided to come out in your numbers to protect all this infrastructure. I mean, I spoke to one of the community members here and they said that they didn't want to participate in any of the looting. Talk to us about, your efforts.
Yes, thank you so much. My name is Thabo Letswalo. Look, the purpose of us coming together is the future of our kids. It's the future of our kids. We definitely need to protect the future of our kids, because the infrastructure is basically not for us. It's for the future of the future that is coming. And if, for example, if you destroy the Cosmo Mall, it will take almost like 10 years to 15 years to rebuild the whole. And there are people who are working inside the malls. There are people who are relying into the malls. So basically we'll be destroying the whole setup of Cosmo, the way it has been the way it has been restarted around that. So it's not only me. There's all men and women that they stood up for 24/7 to protect the infrastructure of Cosmo City. And so far as see, we manage, even though we're still around, but we managed to control the system as it stands now.
Okay. And talk to us, what exactly did you have to do in order to maintain the peace and the calm that we're seeing right now? Did you have to take turns? How many community members had to come out at a time? Are there any other shops that were looted within the township besides the 3 malls that were manned by community members?
Look, inside, except the 3 malls, we've got a small business that are owned by anyone who's selling quota, any small shops that is around in Cosmo City. So, but there's none of our shops or any infrastructure in Cosmo City that has been looted. Because in Cosmo City we rely, it's not about a one-man's business. We've got the leadership of all extensions. In each and every extension, there's leadership. In the leadership of, say, maybe extension 0 proper, there's the leadership. Extension 6, there's the leadership. All extension, there's the leadership. So the leadership, they've gathered and then come together to say, let us all organize within the extension levels so that we make sure that we protect our infrastructure. our infrastructure.
And I see there is some police visibility here. I think over there, right at the top, at the entrance, I saw there was some traffic officers stationed there, and we also saw some police officials also stationed over here. Have they been helpful with regards to assisting the community members in their effort to try and protect this infrastructure?
Look, the police were massive. I really need to thank the SABC and the security companies that are within, not only like SABC, but we've got security companies that they've got businesses in Cosmo City. We really need to thank them to thank them, because they are the ones that were behind and then helping us to make sure that we come together, we beef up security to make sure we protect our security, our infrastructure. As well, to the subs, we've got a very dedicated woman, Colonel Kaba, who she's so dedicated, whereby she's organized. When we need backup, when we need anything, she always makes sure that the guys are on site in regard to any backup or any system that we need from the police side.
Thank you so much for speaking to us. There you have it, one of the community members who has been patrolling the area and just ensuring that, shopping centers or big shopping centers are not looted. Now, if looting had taken place in this area, the results would have been very devastating. Just driving down on Malibongwe Road, there are some factories and there are some warehouses where stock is being kept and everything, but it seems as though all of those places have been unaffected. They remain closed, obviously, in the interest of safety and so on. However, it seems as though this area was untouched and was not affected by the mass looting that we saw taking place in other parts of the country. It's back to you in studio, Simpiwe.
All right, Mbalenhle, thank you so much for joining us, and it was good to see that there's actually a sizable police presence there, and I actually saw a police van drive past in the background, just indicating that the police presence was indeed visible in Cosmo City. But just before I let you go, Mbali, we've just spoken to a community leader there, so what's the general mood in Cosmo City? Is there a fear that this unrest could slip or spill over onto Cosmo City?
At this stage, it seems as though it's business as usual. They are still manning the entrances and they are still patrolling. Obviously, this is all in the fear that some people might decide to want to start looting this very mall and so on. But I think if the fear or the concern of looting was gone, they would also disappear. But they are still here in their numbers, just walking around and patrolling and speaking to people, asking them why they are out here and everything. But it seems from the people on the ground that we spoke to, we asked, what happened here? Why hasn't the mall been looted? And they said that, they don't want to participate in what's happening in the rest of the country. But it seems as though it's also the restraint from community members that has contributed to what we are seeing out here, because they are also refusing to participate in the rampant looting that we've seen in other parts of the country. But the situation is somewhat tense. But even though, there are those concerns, business continues as normal. People are walking in and out. People are shopping as per the usual. And the only thing that you have to contend with is someone possibly asking you, what are you doing here? What is your business here, in the interest of protecting this mall?
Thanks for that update, Mbalenhle Mthethwa. We do appreciate your time. We'll certainly touch base with you a little later on. That's our reporter, Mbalenhle Mthethwa, speaking to us live from Cosmo City.